If you grew up in North America, chances are you had one of these as a Christmas present from Santa. I never had anything like this. We didn't see this kind of thing in Scotland. So now I have my very own Santa Fe F7 Warbonnet. Got this one from Marketplace for like $10 and I did a quick fix and kind of got it running, but it didn't quite make it all the way around the track. Hello YouTubes, welcome to Fix It Friday. If you did indeed have one of these as a kid, leave a comment, let me know what age you were and how excited you were. This is a Tyco, one of the biggest sellers back then I believe. When I say back then, I'm probably talking 1950s to 1980s at a guess. Anyway, let's dive in, see if we can get this back to its former glory. Now, despite being older than dirt, this Loco actually still looks pretty good, I think. Obviously that's been replaced at some point, so I don't think I've got one that I can replace it that's already black, so I'll probably have to give that a quick paint. But the red and the yellow is still really vibrant, it's really nice. Now I'm guessing that because these things were mass produced, that's why they didn't bother giving it a chassis. The trucks or bogies are mounted directly to the shell with a clip there and a clip there. Same on this side, clip there, clip there. So all you do is you lever the shell outwards and it pops out. We do have a weight there and there, and there's a big weight in the middle, which I'm going to remove at the moment just to make life easier, because I will be installing a little LED in this, giving it the works. No expense spent. That doesn't seem to be coming out. I can't even see if there's a screw down there. Look how deep that is. Maybe it's a flathead. Oh, it is. And it's really tight. Oh, that doesn't feel like it's going to come out without breaking. So let's leave it alone. So we have one pickup on this side with this purple wire. I've got a feeling I've replaced that. That does not look factory, shall we say. So let us leave that for now. And we'll take this truck apart, see what's going on inside. Because I have a feeling there's something wrong with the pickup either in there or in there. But from a quick inspection, I don't see any of those little side brass pickups. So there must be something going on inside, which I must already have known about because I've already been in here, but I've got a terrible memory. Right, I think we'll lever this off carefully. Right, what have we got inside? Oh, interesting. So we have quite a simple brass strip soldered on. That obviously makes contact with the axles, which must have insulated wheels. Actually, it's not even insulated wheels. You've got a brass wheel at one side and a plastic wheel at the other side. So, excuse me. So obviously it's not going to pick up any power from the plastic wheel. So it picks up power from this side of the rail, this little brass strip, just kind of lying on top, collects the power from that side, goes up the wire, goes into the motor. Really basic stuff. This is not stock. So I'm going to have to recreate this and make it a bit less temporary. And what is this? It's a little bit of tin foil, which I think was just sitting there to push the brass strip down. Hey, it worked for someone, but it's not going to work for me. So I need to recreate that. Let's try and remember which way round the wheels were. So the front would have been on the left side of the Loco, okay? Left side live, we'll call it. So I want to take the back apart and see if it's the same or if it's been, or if it's survived. Just pulling out the shell a little bit to release that clip there. Trying to be a bit more gentle this time. Tell you what though, it's despite it being quite a basic construction, it's pretty strong. It doesn't feel like it's just going to snap. Like these ladders, I've had Atherns with ladders like that and they just snap off if you even look at them funny. Right, I don't seem to have a lot of wiggle room for the wire this time. In fact, I've got loads of wiggle room because I just tore the wire off. Guess I'm redoing that. So this clip didn't actually come out. This whole section here just came away from its bracket, so let's pull that out for now. And that would have gone on. Oh my goodness, which way round was it? Was it that way? We may never know. Let's clip it back in for now, see if that works. Yeah, that should work. Okay, I'll just take it off again because I'm going to be stripping this down to clean it all. That's very familiar. I did a repair recently where it had this spring configuration at the top of the brushes, and these are, they're like PC motherboard material. I can't remember the term, but they are isolating this side from this side, and that little spring is pushing the top of the brush plates outwards, which applies pressure to the brushes onto the motor. That looks fine. I don't know what's happened there. Someone's been eating the top of the motor. But the motor was working fine and it looks well lubricated. We will take that apart and make sure it's all clean on the inside. Let's do the other side first, because I do want to come up with some ingenious way of making this work. I actually have some of this brass sheeting stuff in different thicknesses, so I should be able to recreate that, or at least make something that works. But I think before I do that, sorry, I'm just having a bit of a brain fart. Right, so one side of the wire goes to, where does it go? This is obviously the motor. Oh, I should have paid attention. This is the pickup for the right side of the motor, but it just goes straight to the motor. Where does this side go? This doesn't make sense because I've got two wires coming down here to this side, but those are plastic wheels, so I can't possibly get the pickup from there. Let's take this side apart, see what's going on in there. For some reason this has got screws instead of a clip. I don't know if it's been modified in the past. Let's keep all the other parts separate so I don't cross-contaminate them. We'll have a mutant Loco. Okay, so quite different. This has got to be different though because it's obviously got gears in there. What's holding this in? Ah, okay, so there's a couple of little slots in the plastic there. I pull this out here, you'll see some black tabs there. There, and there, which are holding this in place. I don't think we've got that on this side. No, we don't. So I don't think this is the right one. It's okay, we will make it work. This is a bit dirty. That needs a clean. Brushes, nice and thick and chunky. Lots of oil in there, which is better than no oil, but it's Going to need a bit of a clean up. Still turning fine. That is really filthy in there. See the groove in there? In the commutator? That's just full of yuck. So that needs a good clean. Okay, so it's not exactly what I'm going to recreate, but it's not far off it. Anyway, I was trying to figure out how it was getting the power. So that is the power pickup coming in. Oh, right. Okay, it doesn't matter which side those white wires are going down because it's collecting the power from the shaft or the axle. It's not collecting it from the side, so it doesn't really matter. So the other side then must have been soldered to there. Yeah. So that purple wire we had here, which I'm going to have to extend because it obviously wasn't long enough, has to go through the shell, come down here, and get soldered on there. Okay, let me recreate something similar to that for the other side, and I'll clean this up as well. Before I start working on that, let's give this silver a bit of a black paint, make it match a bit better, and then obviously while that's drying we can be working on the rest. Solid plan. So the motor truck is all nice and clean. I had to resolder some wires, and I've added an extra bit of wire, and this will connect to this purple one at some point through the shell. So he's good to go. Let's see if we can recreate this monstrosity. Now, because there are no tabs to stop this moving back and forth, I think what I'll do is make this a little bit longer and then curl it round at either side, just to kind of hook over the wheel shafts, axles, whatever we're calling them today. So they'll sit in there. This obviously needs to be longer. Just curve round. And I think I will use I've got a thicker bar or thicker sheet here. I think it's a little bit thicker than that one, and it will just add a bit more rigidity. So let's see what we can do. Let's cut it about there. I've got plenty of this, so it's not bad if I make a mess. Cut it a bit there. Nice long strip. Make sure that's going to work. Too long. I do have to take into account a bit of curvature, so we'll chop a bit off there. It's a bit wide as well. Still a bit wide. I think what I'll do is, it's a bit long as well, goodness. I'm going to cut a couple of, just a little slither off of each side, because as you can see in there, it actually narrows at the end a little bit. So that would stop any sideways movement as well. So let's take a little slither off of there and there. Same on the other side. Slither there and there. This is probably making no sense at the moment, but it should make sense once I finish. Right, hopefully you can see what I've done there. The idea being that once I curl these round a little bit, they will fit in those little slots in there. Right, let's see what we can do curling it wise. Might still be a wee bit on the long side, to be honest. Yeah, just going to trim a wee bit more. There, there. See if we can use a screwdriver just to curl it round. Maybe a pair of pliers would come in handy here. Yeah, hope that makes sense. Make sure we're not too short now. Yeah, let's do the same on this side. Like so. So far so good. Lovely. So it's a wee bit long, but that's okay because I'm going to bend it there and there, just to provide a bit of downward force. Make sense? Of course it doesn't. So that will clip over there. And then when the truck cover goes, it will kind of push it down that way a little bit. Like so. So now I need to solder a bit of wire on the underside of this, and it will go through that hole there. Like this one was. So I'm ready to reassemble this, but I want to put another coat of paint on this side. I went quite light with the first coat because I didn't want it all streaky. So let me do one more coat. Once that's dry, I'll bring you back. Actually, while we're waiting for that paint to dry, we can get working on the shell because I want to add windows and a new LED at the front. So this is the LED I want to put in, and there is a little clip there, but it's way too wide at the moment, so I'm hoping I can just squeeze that together. Let's remove this coupler from the front, because I will never be pulling with this Loco. I mean, pulling from the front. Remove that one. Ugh, it's wrecked anyway, it wasn't doing anything. Garbage. Whoops. I'm going to stand in that and regret throwing it away. Right, let's see if we can squeeze this clip a little bit. I think it might still be too wide. That's not bad. That would probably do the job. Because this LED's got a big fat resistor in it, it's taken up the slack a little bit, so that can go in there. Yep, that should work just fine. Obviously I need to find somewhere to attach these wires, but I think, if I look at the motor, I think that's what this wire was for. So one side can go on there, and the other side can just double up on that side. And that'll give us our power for going forward. Let me see now. Because it's an LED, it's only going to work in the forward position, so I need to make sure I get these wires the right way around. No biggie, if it doesn't work, I can just swap the wires around. Okay, let us then remove this for now, because we want to attach some window glass plastic stuff. And I am using a sheet of this. Can't remember where I got it. I think it came in a big pack of various wall covering type things at a train show for like $30. We got an absolute pile of it, but this stuff is great for doing windows. Now, the last time I made windows, I glued them using super glue, Gorilla Glue super glue stuff, and it reacted with the plastic. So this time I'm going to try this plastic weld rather than the super glue and hope it doesn't make it all cloudy. So we need 2 windows for the front, one section there, one section there. And if I'm feeling generous, then I'll put a little circle. Well, it will look like a circle, but it'll be a square on the inside, 2 on each side. Maybe even one in the back. We'll see how much patience I've got. Right, scissors. Windows are now installed, as you may have noticed. That didn't work at all, so back to super glue. Anyway, looks quite nice. It's not perfectly clear, but it's just plastic. I even did the one at the back. So, time to reassemble, I suppose. If we can remember how, of course. Let's get our newly created front truck sorted. I can't remember which way around this goes, but it looks pretty universal, symmetrical. We'll give it a shot this way around. So this wire has to go through the middle somewhere. Oh, stop that. Get back on. Unfortunately, I noticed there's a crack in this wheel. so it might make a bit of a clunk, clunk, clunk noise as it goes round, but hey, I'll just turn the stereo up a bit. That clips in quite nicely. Well, it doesn't clip in, but it locates rather nicely. We'll get our truck over the top, our nice painted truck. Oh my goodness, does this probably matters which way around it goes. It's got an extra bit there. Yeah, it's 50-50, isn't it? Give it a shot this way around. I don't think that's clipping in. This is why I never go to the casino. There we go. There is a bit of drag in those wheels from the pickup. Not sure if that's going to work. That's too much. We're going to have to bend that plate up a little bit just to stop it from being quite so grabby. Okay, let's try that. Did I honestly put that the wrong way around again? Come on. Right. Oh, that's better. Still not as smooth as I would like, but we'll give it a shot. Maybe with the weight it'll turn it, no problem. Okay, that's that one almost complete. We need to put this on, I believe. No? Where does this go? Because we've got this one at this side for the other truck. Oh, goodness, pay attention. Does that go there? Underneath? No? Can't remember. Oh, I need to check my video. Okay, I reviewed the video. This doesn't go in there. Both of these clip together somehow like that, and they get attached to the motor side. So this one is actually good to go. Let's put that aside. I'm going to have to do a wee bit of soldering because we need to connect this wire to this wire, and then we can actually test it on the track before we put the shell on, because after that we then have to connect our LED. I think that was the front. Okay, so let us get a bit of heat shrink tubing ready, solder these two together, and we'll be good to test actually, although I do need to figure out how this goes, because this probably has to go on before that wire gets connected. Ah, right, there's a couple of clips there. It looks like that just goes over those clips, but I don't want to put that on yet because I still need to solder the LED on, which is going on there. Is it going on there? No, it's going on there and there. You know what? I should be able to get access. Oh goodness. Is this right? I think I need to put the lower section of this on first. Let's try that. A strange system. So this side, I believe it clips in. Does it? Does it go in? I think so. Yeah, in there and in there. This side over the top clips over. You see that wee circle there? Get him in first. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe just clip it down. Don't want to break anything. Ah, right, okay. There we go. So I think we've still got room. We can solder on there for the LED and there for the LED. So let me get this together. What was I looking for? Heat shrink. Soldering iron on. Oh, don't you just hate it when your heat shrink tubing box explodes? What? You've never experienced that? Oh well. A little bit of flux. Still wanting in the action. Go away. I don't like you anymore. Get our heat shrink over the top. Do its shrinky thing. Lovely. And so before we solder on the LED, let's throw this on the track, make sure it works. Right, got both my trucks on, give it some power. It should go forward. Yeah, it should go forward. Push, baby, push. Lovely. Back. Lovely. Right, back to the bench and we'll get our LED installed and the shell back on. So I have concluded that the red wire needs to get attached to this white wire, black wire to black wire. And there should be enough room for that to reach all the way to the front. In theory. Hopefully I can get this connected without losing the other black wire. We shall give it a shot. Now just behave, just a little dab, just a little dab. Wow, can't believe that worked. And the red to the white at this side, in there. This doesn't have a lot of solder on it, so I'm going to add a little bit more to the iron. The motor's magnetic, so it's pulling the iron towards it. Oh, stop that. Well, this is awkward. Okay, so that's connected to the white, that's connected to the black. Just need to plug that into the shell, clip everything in, and we'll be good. Oh, it's exciting, almost there. So, this needs to get shoved into there. Oh, rotate that round a bit so that it's actually jamming itself. I wonder if I could squeeze that clip a bit more. It's just been a wee bit uncooperative. I don't want it falling out while we're... Oh, that wasn't good. Hopefully it didn't break it. I don't want to resort to the hot glue because the whole point of this is it's removable. Just not sitting where I want it to sit. I wonder if I could just bend that round a bit. That should probably work there, as long as it doesn't fall out. Okay, let's see if we can get these back in. So that tab there needs to go in there, but we'll do the other side first, and then we've only got one to worry about. No, we won't. We'll try and do them all at the same time. Goodness, scary, scary. Don't want to break anything at this point, you know. Oop. One side in, other side in. Wires are still in place. Let's get the front one in. Oh. Getting exciting. I think we're in. So we just get the weight to go, which I did take out, as you probably noticed. Screw that in. And it was a Phillips, by the way. I must have just been jamming the flathead against the side of it. And we are not done because that screw just fell out. Maybe it's the wrong screw. Maybe it's this big screw. Yes. Okay, to the track, my friends. Oh, come on, get on. Right, we're ready. Should have an LED fairly early on. And we're backwards, so the LED doesn't come on and backwards, that's fine. Forwards. Oh, there we go, LED. Why are we spinning? Why are you spinning? You've got your weights on. Maybe it's just because there was so much cleaning solution-y stuff on, it needs time to dry out. Come on, don't be like that. Let me just check. Oh yeah, you know what? There's some oil in the traction tires there. I need to dry that off. So I'll go and do that, clean it up, and then we'll do our victory lap. Okay, let us try that again with less wheel slip, hopefully. Are we on? Not quite. Now we're on. Okay folks, you probably know these were pretty much toys, so don't expect refinement. It's probably going to be quite loud. As long as it makes it around the track, I'll be happy. Right, do we have LED? Yes we do. Tell you what, considering it's just a little pancake motor, it's got pretty good creep. That's quite impressive, I think, until it stops. Anyway, we'll give it a bit more power. It needs to run around the track a few times to ease everything off. Doesn't like this one little bit of track. Must be a wee bit dirty. It's just a shame it's so noisy, but I don't think there's anything we can do about that. The main thing is my repair worked. Yay! So another victory. I'm going to throw a coupler on the back, hook up a coach, maybe two. I don't know if it's got the traction to pull anything up that hill, but we'll give it a shot. Thanks for watching. Not a fantastic Loco, more sentimental value for anyone who used to have one. This is my first. I like it, but it's a wee bit noisy. I'll just turn the speakers up louder in the stereo. That'll do, right? See you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.